What's up, Laker fans? Welcome to my scouting report on the Houston Rockets. I'm going to try to do one for every team this season. Now, I'm going to make these with the idea in mind that you already have an idea of what their main players do. I'm going to assume that you know that James Harden is a great all-around offensive player, that guys like Ryan Anderson and Eric Gordon are great shooters, etc. What I want to provide in these videos is a general idea of how they go about their business, from their schemes to their usage of personnel. Mike D'Antoni hasn't wasted any time in implementing his style with the Rockets as they look to run early and often. They look to outlet the ball in transition as far as they can, as quickly as they can, and Harden is especially dangerous in this respect. There's a method to their madness though, and part of that is a very organized secondary break. A secondary break is how a team runs its transition lanes when they don't have a 3-on-2 or 2-on-1 type of advantage. The idea is that you can still create an open shot before the defense is set. Houston wants their guys to put pressure on the deep corner no matter who it is. Here you see Montrezl Harrell doing it. It doesn't matter that he's not a shooter, it's for spacing purposes. They also want to put pressure on the strong side wing as well as the weak side corner. Brewer isn't much of a shooter either, but they're still able to get a good look off of that spacing. The big also has the option of a rim run, which we see here, even though most of the perimeter players don't run great lanes on this. The Rockets don't stop looking for a basket in early offense just because they didn't get one in transition. One of their primary ways of doing that is with their 21 series, which is also known as Pistol. D'Antoni popularized this in the mid-2000s with his Phoenix teams and called it 21. The full explanation of how Pistol works is outside of the scope of this video, but you can check out a deeper explanation here. The brief explanation is that it's a three-man game, usually between your point guard, a wing, and the trailing big. They also use a good deal of drag screens, which is a ball screen by your trailing big in early offense. They combine this with the spacing principles from their secondary break to create good shots. They also run a lot of double drag screens, which is the same idea but with two screeners. Usually one of those guys rolls and one pops out. Another action that they run are delays, which is when the guard passes to the big up top and then sets a down screen for the guy in the corner. If the big gets up court first, oftentimes he'll set a down screen for the shooter in the corner. They'll also dribble handoff or pass into the corner, which then leads into a ball screen. The Rockets keep it fairly simple in the half court, emphasizing spacing over player movement. As a result, they run a lot of horns or sets where the big gets a touch at the elbow. They run a lot of spread pick and roll, which is a high ball screen with a shooter in the strong side corner, and then one shooter on the weak side wing and the weak side corner. they do want to get some player movement going, they'll run a variation of motion weak, although I didn't think they were that effective with it. I'm not going to delve too deeply into the defensive end in these videos, but I will take a look at pick and roll coverages. The Rockets ask their bigs to come out higher more frequently than most teams do. The most frequent is a hedge and recover, which we see Nene doing here. His job is to buy Harden enough time to recover, and then he gets back to his man. This is a coverage that Russell can exploit as a scorer once the big starts going back to his man. They'll also trap or switch from time to time, although that's less frequent. I even saw a couple of soft hedges here and there. One area that I think the Lakers can exploit is on side pick and roll. Houston doesn't do a good job of icing these, and good scoring opportunities result. Alright, that'll do it for my scouting report on the Houston Rockets. This isn't intended to be a full breakdown of their entire playbook, but hopefully the next time they play the Lakers you'll have a better idea of what they do. As always, if you have any questions or comments, hit me up at LakerFilmer.